Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fun and educative session of Grammar in 1 Minute, live with me, Alexander. I sincerely want to use this opportunity to apologize for not coming your way last week as expected. It was due to some technical difficulties that we experienced, and I want to believe that us not or me not coming your way didn't have that so much of a tone on you, and I promise to make it up to you today and the rest of our subsequent meetings. Thank you so much for staying and sticking with us from the very beginning of Grammar in 1 Minute to today. I'm very grateful for taking the effort to always join me and to participate in this wonderful and exciting program. Like we always do, I would like to encourage you to share the links with your friends. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell another person that Grammar in 1 Minute is live and is ongoing. So kindly share the links with your friends, invite them in. And as always, I want to hear from you. So please send in your comments, your questions, your contributions, anything that is bothering you with regards to grammar, and I will greatly give you a befitting and unacceptable reply. Thank you so much. So whilst we're waiting for others to join in, and as those that are already here, we want to use this opportunity to revise what we talked about in our previous meeting. Now, during the for the past 2 weeks, we started a new series, and that is conjunctions. We started a new series, conjunctions, where we look at the definition or the meaning of the word conjunction, the explanation, where we say a conjunction is that part of speech used to join or link words, phrases, clauses to each other. So that particular part of speech that we use to join words, phrases, or clauses together, we refer to it as parts of speech. And we refer to it as a conjunction because it serves as a bridge that join words, phrases, or group of words or clauses to one another. We're going to proceed to understand that a conjunction helps to provide coherence to your writing. So in order to have your writing being perfect or more beautifully, not becoming boring, monotonous, with a lot of punctuations in it, we use conjunctions to bring or to provide that coherence in your writing. And how does it provide a coherence? By connecting elements between and within sentences. So conjunctions connect elements between and within sentences and from one paragraph to the next one. So if you are transcending from one particular point to another, especially in your writing, you need to keep that particular flow where one point moves and leads you into the second or another point. And in order for you to provide that link, that connection, we use conjunctions to help us. So we're saying they provide by connecting elements within sentences and from one paragraph to another, in order for us to have an effective communication. So if we want to effectively communicate with people or to communicate our ideas, we need to learn and really make use of conjunctions. Now, right after looking at the definition or the meaning of the word conjunctions, we proceed to look at the usage of conjunctions. How do we use conjunctions? Where do we use conjunctions? We say the first time or the first point to consider in the usage of conjunction is that we use conjunctions to show an additional or a similar idea. To show an additional or a similar idea. So I gave a scenario that, let's say I have one thing and I want to show that the thing that I have is part of or is similar to the second thing that I'm holding in my right hand. I use conjunctions to show the additional or the similarity. Again, we say we use conjunctions to show contrasting ideas. So if I have a view that is contrary to the view of another person, in order for me to bridge and to bring that, to show that contrast, I use conjunctions to show the contrast. We then proceed to say that we use conjunctions to show cause or effect. We use conjunctions to show cause or effect. Conjunctions to show cause or effect. So if an incident happened and we want to relate it to what caused that particular incident or the result of that particular incident, in order for us to show that clearly, we use conjunctions to show that. And again, we will say that we use conjunctions to show the relationship of time. We use conjunctions to show the relationship of time. We again use conjunctions to show the relationship of place. We again use conjunctions to show the relationship of place. So with time and place, we use conjunctions. Time relating to another time, or this place relating to another place. In order for us to show that, we use conjunctions to do that. And finally, on conjunctions, we say we use conjunctions to show purpose. We use conjunctions to show purpose. So that is what we talked about last 2 weeks on conjunctions. Now, in today's series, we want to proceed to look at the types of conjunctions. And as I always say, if you are benefiting from this program, let me hear from you in your comments, your questions, and your contributions. Comment, questions, and contributions. It's greatly and really, really needed. So kindly let me hear from you as you are benefiting from this particular program. Now, today we want to talk about types of conjunctions, and we will concentrate on coordinating conjunction. We will talk about coordinating conjunction. That is what we will be talking about today, a coordinating conjunction. A coordinating conjunction. So when we talk about a coordinating conjunction, somebody will ask, what is a coordinating conjunction? Now, a coordinating conjunction is used to link or join two words or phrases that are equally important. So that you have a set of words or things or ideas that are equally important, we use coordinating conjunctions to show that. So it is not only that the things are equally important, and then they must complete in terms of grammar when you compare with each other. So if you want to use coordinating conjunction, the first thing that you need to understand is that you need to use it to link or join two words or phrases that are equally important and complete in terms of grammar when you compare each other. So I have maybe an apple. I can't compare an apple to, say, a lion because they are equally not comparable. So in order to use a coordinating conjunction, the thing that or the things that you are to connect using the coordinating conjunction should be things that are equally important. One shouldn't be less important than the other, or one shouldn't be important while the other is not important. The two things or ideas that or words, phrases that you want to join, they should be equally important. So we're saying that we use a coordinating conjunction to link or join two words that or phrases that are equally important and complete in terms of grammar when you compare with each other. That is the first thing that you need to understand. Now, there are various of types of coordinating conjunction, but we will look at the very common one. And the very common one go by this particular acronym. We call it the Fanboys. Fanboys. That is a common example of coordinating conjunction. Fanboys. Coordinating conjunction. Fanboys. Somebody will ask, what is the Fanboys? What is the Fanboys? Now, remember, I said that the Fanboys stand for an acronym. It stands for an acronym, where F stands for a particular word, A stands for another, N stands for another word, B, O, Y, and S stands for different words, fanboys. So let's look at them. The fanboys, what are they? These are the fanboys. F stands for for. For. F stands for for. I want to bring it on my screen for you guys to see what the fanboys are. Yes, so these are the fanboys. So we have for, and, no, but, yet, or, and soon. These are the words that we get anytime we use or we talk about coordinating conjunction. These are the common coordinating conjunctions that we have and that we use, the common coordinating conjunction. Now, so we want to look at a few of them and see how best they are related anytime we want to use them. If we want to use them, how do we use them? Now remember that in the usage, we say we use conjunctions to show an additional or a similar ideas. To show additional or a similar ideas. So bringing it back to the coordinating conjunction, we use a coordinating conjunction and yet, and yet to show an additional or a similarity. We use the coordinating conjunction and yet to show additional or similarity. So if I have two things and I want to show that one thing is part of the other, I use and to show it. So I have a pen and a book. I have a pen and a book. So I'm showing additional. I'm showing additional. So that's one way that we use coordinating conjunction to show additional. And in showing additional, we use and yet to show additional. And yet. Now, to show contrasting ideas, we sometimes use but and yet to show contrasting ideas. So if I have two ideas that so far they are not related in any way, and I want to show that these two ideas are not related in any way, I use coordinating conjunction, specifically but or yet to show it. I use but or yet to show it. Are we okay? So remember, we are talking about coordinating conjunction, where we say that they are used to show things that are one way or the other related. So we talked about and yet to show additional or similar ideas, where again we say to show contrasting ideas, we use but and yet to show that. Now, if you want to use, if you want to show cause or effect, if you want to show cause or effect using coordinating conjunction, we use for. We use for to show cause or effect. Cause or effect. So in showing cause or effect, we use for to show cause or effect. For to show cause or effect. Now, we again use to show time, we use and but to show time. Just as to show place, we use the same and but to show time and place. So if you want to show time and place using coordinating conjunction, we use and but. We use and but to show time, the relationship between of time. We use and but to show that. Now, to show purpose, if you want to show purpose using coordinating conjunctions, we use and to show purpose. We use and to show purpose. What we will do is that in our subsequent meetings, I will try as much as I can to give you much more details into it. But for now, I just want to let you understand that looking at the usage of conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions can be used to show all the usage that we talked about, to show purpose, to show relationship of place, to show relationship of time, to show cause and effect, to show contrasting ideas, and then to show an additional or similar ideas. Now, today I would briefly like to explain, or I will explain two of the conjunctions to you in details. I will talk about and yet. I'll talk about but and yet, and going forward, I will take them one at a time to explain to you what they mean. Now, what does but stand for? Or what is the meaning of but as a conjunction? Not just a conjunction, as a coordinating conjunction. What is it? What does it do? What is its purpose? So we'll look at that and then we'll take an example as well to look at it. So but is used to join two words that are opposite in nature or to each other. So we use but to show or to join two ideas or words that are opposite. So anytime we want to use the coordinating conjunction but, remember that it is used to show two ideas that are opposite in nature. For example, I am very hungry, but the fridge is empty. I am hungry, but the fridge is empty. I believe you can see. Opposite. I am very hungry. So under normal circumstances, once I'm hungry, there should be food for me to eat. But as I am hungry, where I store food, I went to check and there's no food there. So in order for me to show these contrasting ideas, and instead of me to say that I am very hungry, there is no food in the fridge, or the fridge is empty, I decided to use a coordinating conjunction to bridge in the gap or to connect these two groups of sentences. I want to connect I am very hungry to the fridge is empty. Now, in order for me to do that connection, I need to use a conjunction. And in this particular case, once I am showing an opposite side of the two sentences, I need to use a coordinating conjunction. And the best coordinating conjunction for me is but. So we use but to show two words or ideas that are opposite. So I am very hungry, but the fridge is empty. I am very hungry, but the fridge is empty. So we say we use but to show or to join two ideas that are opposites. Two ideas that are opposite. The next type of coordinating conjunction that I'll talk about for today is yet. Yet, which is very similar to but. Yet, which is very similar to but. Sometimes some people use them as synonyms. Now, yet shows contrast or join opposite. So just as but, yet also shows contrast or joins opposite. Just like but, yet shows contrast or joins opposite. For example, we haven't finished eating the watermelon yet. We haven't finished eating the watermelon yet. I believe you're getting me. We haven't finished eating the watermelon yet. Now, going back to the first sentence where we use but, where I say I am very hungry, but the fridge is empty. In this particular case, I can still use yet in the sentence. I am very hungry, yet the fridge is empty. So we say that yet shows contrast or joins two opposites. Okay? Now, that's the two types of coordinating conjunctions that I have for you today. These are the two types of coordinating conjunctions that I have for you today. So in summary, what we talked about today is we talked about a coordinating conjunction, where we said a coordinating conjunction is used to link or join two words or phrases that are equally important and complete in terms of grammar when you compare each other. So for us to use coordinating conjunction, we should be able to make sure that one, the two ideas, phrases, or words that we are comparing are equally important and they must complete in terms of grammar when you compare them. And then we looked at the common type of coordinating conjunctions and we came up with the acronym Fanboys. We came up with the acronym Fanboys. When we say the Fanboys, the F stands for, the A and N nor, B but, O or, Y yet, and S stands for soon. We then proceed to look at two of the types of coordinating conjunction, which is but and yet. When we say but is used to show opposite, and yet is equally used to show opposite or contrast. On this note, we bring in today's session to an end, but before we end, like I always say, I'll be very glad to hear from you. Send in your comments, your questions, your contributions. If you have anything bothering you with regards to grammar, how to practice and improve, I'm available to hear. And if you really want to study English, I would recommend Peroma College to you in Ghana, where we have well experienced tutors and facilitators that are TESOL accredited. We run other courses as well. So just follow the link and there's more information for you out there. Till then, I wish you the very best of the rest of the day and the week and continue practicing. For remember, with grammar, you speak better. Till then, see you next time.